Hey there, Living Springs. This week, as part of my update, I wanted to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the work that is being done to prepare for the September 12th, 13th weekend that's coming up really soon. We are just 3 weeks away from Phase 1 launch of our new season and our new normal, post-COVID, and all that means, where we're going to have people coming into the sanctuary again and watching the live stream live and in person, like we were able to do last weekend out in the parking lot, except that wouldn't work very well in the winter. So we're gonna, as we head into fall, come back in here, and as you can see, there's been a lot of work done to help get this ready. It's not done, but we are getting closer all the time, and I'm really excited about all that's happening. But one of the things that I thought I would do for this week's update is just let's go on a journey. As we're about to start a new journey into what's going to happen post-COVID, and as we're going to start to relaunch and start to gather together again, just to take a minute and go back to the beginning and talk about what's happened thus far. So if there are any questions, if there are any concerns, if there are any things that were not understood, hopefully we can answer all of those. It seems like so long ago that March happened and the whole world changed and everything shut down. And if you remember all the way back then, our church started to do some things a little bit different than everybody else. And over the last 5 months, we've continued to operate that way. We've kind of gone off on our own. We didn't immediately launch live streams when everybody else did. But the first week, we just wanted to reach out to everyone, and we wanted to touch base personally with phone calls to everyone in the church to make sure they were doing okay during coronavirus. And I hope that you still are. And just a reminder that if you do want to meet with a pastor, please don't hesitate to contact someone at the church. We will meet with you, and we have been meeting with people, even though we've been doing it with maintaining physical distancing and all the other restrictions and requirements that we have. But even starting back then, we just started off and we went a bit of a different way. And then we started the live streams, and our live streams were different than what other churches were doing, because we didn't just take our services and put them online. Instead, we had a lot of discussion about what is the best thing that we can do. And we recognized that with the equipment that we had and the expertise that we had, we weren't able to put the quality of music that you would expect and that would be a blessing to you as part of our live stream. So we created a different format of a live stream. And I know there have been a lot of people who have missed worship, and I hope that you've been able to find other formats and other ways and other times that you can worship and enjoy the presence of God with music. And we want to let you know that we are working towards, and eventually we'll have that again. That's not starting in September, because we want to continue to abide by the AHS guidelines, and they really, really have discouraged singing thus far. But we do want to have that, and we do miss that, and we do look forward to the day when we'll be doing that again. But we started that journey with a 3-person live stream, which was very different than everybody else. And then eventually, over time, it shifted to a 2-person live stream. And along the way, the AHS guidelines shifted and the AHS guidelines changed numerous times. And as a result of them changing, some churches relaunched. And I know some people asked us at different times, why haven't we relaunched? Why haven't we started again? And the reality is we wanted to move slowly and methodically. We wanted to be strategic and use wisdom in how we move forward, not just for the safety of everyone who calls Living Springs home, but also in recognition that we really felt that with the live stream format that we'd started, we'd created something new and different and exciting, and we wanted that to be able to continue. And the question is, how do we merge that live stream, new, interesting, cool format with the services that we used to offer in person here at the church before coronavirus started? And how do we bring those two together and create a format that would be a tremendous blessing for people who choose to attend in person and for people who choose to watch online at home? Whether that be because they're out of town, whether that be because they just aren't ready to come back in the building yet, or whatever the reason, that we wanted to make sure that what we created was able to be a blessing to both. So as we step into September, we are going to see something new and something different, and there's going to be a shift. If you come into the building, it's going to be a little different than what it was before you came into the building. And as you watch on the live stream, it's probably going to be a little different than what you've seen on the live stream. But we are really working hard to try to merge those two together and create something that works really well in both contexts. And so we've moved slowly and we've moved methodically. And now we're here 3 weeks away from September 12th and 13th. And we're going to launch phase 1, which is going to be an invitation to anybody who wants to register online and then come to the church and watch either Saturday night at 6 or Sunday morning at 10, the live stream live and in person. Or, as always, you can continue to tune in online. Phase 2, which will launch at some point after phase 1, obviously, will be when we relaunch some sort of kids program during the live stream that's happening here in this building. And so we recognize some people may not be able to attend the beginning of September when we first launch phase 1 because they have kids that aren't at an age where they could sit through the live stream in the sanctuary. We understand that. And we hope you'll bear with us as we make the plans that are being put in place to create a kids program that is a blessing and a benefit to our kids, that helps disciple our kids, that helps our parents disciple our kids while maintaining all of the restrictions that have been placed on us because of coronavirus. Phase 3, which we don't know when this will happen, but we look forward to the day, will be when we have singing, and at that point we will have the complete merge of both the live stream and what our new services are going to look like. And we are believing and praying that this new normal that we're entering into will continue to be a great blessing to everybody who attends Living Springs, whether it's in person or whether it's online. Well, thanks for tuning in for this update this week. I know it's been a little long, but I wanted to just walk us through that journey again to help you to understand and have some perspective on all that we've been doing and what's been going on and where we've come from and where we're going. As always, if I could just remind you, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you have any comments, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. The way that we are going to get through this is as we all get through it together. And as I wrap this up, I want to show you something that's going to be a bit of a surprise, and that's that things are going to look a little different, not just because of this backdrop, but also the reason we created this backdrop is so that whether you are here in person, what's on the stage matches the decor of the room, but also if you're tuning in online, it looks nice and good and proper. And so you may be thinking, well, that's good that you did this whole backdrop and now you're going to slap the drums there and you're going to have the keyboard over there because that's what it looked like before. And I would like to say, no, we are not. What's going to happen is, if you will follow over here, you will see that our stage has actually been extended a significant amount. And this only takes out a few chairs of our sanctuary from an area where there was very rarely people seated, but it allows us to put all our instruments over here so that our stage is going to be that nice clean view that will allow the people who view online to have that sense of quality online, while the people who are here in the building have just a different, fresh, new perspective on how we do church here at Living Springs. I hope you're excited about what is coming. I hope you're excited about September 12th, 13th, and the new things that are happening. Whether you're planning on being here in person or whether you're planning at this point to still be online, I hope that you are just really pumped about the journey we're on and you continue to walk with us. God bless you. Have an awesome week. Thanks for joining me on this week's update.